Happy
Thank you.
Valentine's Day. It's never
Happy
too
Valentine's.
early.
I mean, is it ever too early for love, really?
Exactly. Love is
I
everything.
know. Well, you guys, of course, if you're joining us and you were watching yesterday, Manuela is live from her beautiful vacation spot. So yesterday was pretty fun. We did about 30 minutes on vitamin K and vitamin C. Well, we can talk a little bit about those too while we've got the actual chemist here. Um, but today, really, it's about it's about Valentine's Day. We've got a code though, you guys, Super 20. So SUPER 20, Super 20, 20% off orders of $99 or more. So if you were waiting yesterday to see what Manuela said about vitamin K and vitamin C, probably a good thing because now you can get that code. So I love this. So it's a Valentine's Day talk. We're going to talk about a lot of different ways to gift yourself. Because right away, Manuel and I were talking about, hey, it's Valentine's Day. People buy gifts, but it's really going to be about us today.
Yeah, it should be about us. Should be about us every day. It should be about being kind to yourself. That's one of the things I'm learning is about being kind to myself. It's funny to have to actually say it out loud. Learning to be nice to myself and learning to treat myself like how I would treat others. Just turning around and giving yourself permission to do that to yourself. Like you would be kind to people all the time. Why would you not be kind to yourself?
Isn't it crazy? I mean, it's so funny that you almost feel guilty, right? I think because we
100%.
we grow up. I mean, for me, it's I grew up the oldest and only daughter, lots of responsibility, and I think that your birth order has a lot to do with how you are. And so I had all that responsibility. I had to think about my little brothers first, and then you've also got all the responsibility of being a working woman, a business owner. You've got children sometimes. I mean, it's a lot. And so
Yeah.
we were like not just last, but we were like in the dregs of last. So it's our time. I feel good about it.
I'm glad. I feel good, but I feel better and better. I feel more empowered as I get older, and I give myself permission to, because I look around and I realize, okay, I've done that job. Like I raised the children. Now I did this, and I've been able to do the business, and I did a lot of things that now, if I had to go back, I would have done them differently. But in the birth order, I was the youngest, and by far the youngest. 10, 11 years difference. So I was
Wow.
the baby, and still I was the one, like it was like almost like they couldn't care less that I was there. It was just really, really weird. So for me, it was almost I always had to prove myself,
Oh,
right? So for me, it was
interesting.
all about proving myself and making people happy and helping to get, and it was the wrong position for me to be in. It was just very strange. It's almost like, don't forget I was here, or I won't make any noise. I will be really good. I will do all those things. And I think that also leads to a lot of guilt too, because it's like, hmm, you
Yeah.
never really, you had to fight for everything. And then asking for everything was almost an apology. So here's the thing. The thing is, now I know in hindsight, and this is what I really love about being older and going through things honestly, is
Yeah.
that then you can, if you are, I think if you are a generous heart or whatever, and you really do care about others, you kind of tell them, this is a crappy path. This is a better path. This is not really the ideal way to do things. It's like, before I would be like always be very kind, very generous to people. Now I realize not always, because you've got to save something for yourself. So you know
Yes.
what? Wear that beautiful new thing that you bought yourself. Don't wait for that special occasion. Today is a special occasion. Valentine's is your day,
Oh,
you
a
know?
100%. And the funny thing is, I think on Valentine's Day we talk a lot about love, and now we're going to talk a lot about self-love. But behind every love story is chemistry.
Oh,
Every single love story has chemistry behind it, and we have an actual real life chemist with us right now,
that's right.
which I think
That's right.
I think is so cool. So Manuela is the love potion behind Isomers, which I think is really cool. So I want you guys to comment. So if you comment today, I want to know what Isomers product is your real life love potion. Like you
Mm.
can't live without it. Which Isomers product is your a real life love potion? So we'll talk about that. So let's get started, because I think that this is a lot of, we're going to do some repeating, but we're also doing repeats of things that you guys have asked for. So good
Mhm.
morning, Deborah. Hey,
Good
Harry, that's
morning, everyone.
watching. Extra. Oh, 25%.
Ooh, super 25.
Oh my gosh, super
We like
25.
that.
It went up from 20 to 25%. So extra 25% off all orders with super 25. Wow, Harry, thank you for that. That was a little gift.
Yes, that's extra.
So we want to talk about body spicules again, because I
Mhm.
know, and we've talked about it, you guys, because it's one of the newest collections. Also, by the way, congratulations on the orchid launch. Oh my gosh.
We have so much to tell you guys. So many good things are coming up this year that we're going to talk about. A lot of really
So
good things.
cool. So
But I love the
cool.
spicules. And I think the spicules launch is one of those really important things in North America. Like I'm Italian, right? And in Italy, women tend to be, they show their body more. They're more into form fitting things or showing their décolleté or their legs or their bikinis are a little scantier, or whatever. But and the French women do this too, where they then show a lot of their skin, right? Because
Yep.
they show a lot of their skin, they do a lot of body product. They spend as much time on the body as they do on the face, if you will. They really worry about their diet. Or they really, they obsess about their diet and about fabric and about what they look like, which means they also obsess about their skin. And it's really funny because in North America, we kind of do the face and the nails,
Yeah.
but we really don't do the body. And so when we do the body, I want it to be efficient. We want it to be effective. This is why the body spicules are so important because you're getting microneedling, collagen stimulation, firming and tightening. You're getting this exfoliation. You're getting the renewal. So you can now target your body in areas where, when you look at the body and you're like, where did that crinkly skin come from?
Mm.
I'm wearing bathing suits this week,
Yeah.
all one pieces. Just because I never really like two pieces because I like to bounce around. I don't really stay still a lot. So with two pieces, I kind of have to always like grab something. So with one
Yeah.
piece, I feel a little more under control. But looking at my belly all the time, I'm like, wow, I'm so happy I did the body spicules because before it was like tissue paper. Where'd that come from? I never
Yeah. And
had tissue paper skin.
no, and people can go look at your actual real life pictures of Manuela's tummy, and if you can go to the Isomers website, you can check those out, because we're talking about texture, not and that's texture all over your body, right? I
Yep.
mean, we'll talk about crepiness, we'll talk about uneven skin tone, all of that. We'll talk about radiance, and this is built in might be the wrong word, but you do see the radiance immediately when you put this on, and it also hydrates. So it kind of captures all of it. And that's why it's normally $100, right? Usually $100, now $49.99, which is already 50% off. If you get a couple of these, guess what? Now you are looking at another 25% off. That might be the officially biggest discount we've ever done, because these sold out the first day that Manuela brought these to Shop HQ. There was a waiting list. People were like clamoring for them because you got to get something that works. People talk
Mhm.
about, crepey skin. This absolutely works. Oh, we got a question. People want to know where you are.
I'm in Mexico.
Yeah, yeah. So they're saying good morning. Where are
Thank you. Good
you?
morning. Yes, we are in Mexico. This is my first vacation, probably a true vacation in over 10 years. Like it's
But here
been
you
that
are
long.
working.
And here I am doing this. I know. But this is one of the things that, these are one of the sacrifices. So this is the permission to myself. I am going to start taking regular vacations because it's so good for me. I mean, I literally took this vacation, decided last week, out of desperation in the sense of I couldn't think anymore. I
Yeah,
was like cloudy. And it's like, why am I doing this? I need some space. I need some sun. I need to recharge. So
yeah.
this is what we're
So
doing.
good for you.
What I like about the spicules, especially this formulation too, is the fact that it is a treatment. This is not just a moisturizer. So many of you already have your body butters, you have your oils, you have your creams. And what is that doing to you? Outside of making you slippery and maybe a little shiny, it's not really helping your skin quality. It's not fixing the collagen, stimulating the collagen, working on the pigmentation, getting rid of the stretch marks or the cell or a targeting. You're not going to get rid of the cellulite in the sense that it goes in and dissolves the cellulite. But remember what cellulite is, or a lot of this loose, wobbly skin is. It's your collagen stretching out, right? Expanding. And so you want to create dense.
Oh, she's frozen a little bit. So
Do
she's talking.
this
There you go. Yep, you're back. Okay.
because my children don't speak to me all day long until I get onto a live podcast, and then they start phoning me, right?
That happens to me all the time.
Sorry about that. So I'm just going to 1 second. Darius, Can you tell Keon I'm on the
Real life.
real
It
life
doesn't matter
happens.
how old our sons are, they always need us, which is a good thing. Yep.
Well, but the thing is, I also want my children to know that they called because they will panic. Can you let Keon know that I'm live and to stop calling me right now?
Stop calling me. I love that. So, but let me ask you this, because I think that the interesting thing about the spicules is that it, like you were talking about, it's different. It's not just adding moisture to your skin. It's actually going through and helping it get repairing itself. Because we talk about like our problem spots, décolleté, it's bumpy, it's brown, it's wrinkly. So if I'm using this, daily on my décolleté, and because of its 72 hours efficacy, I'm using it at night, and then I don't use it till the next night, like 48 hours later. So this is something that people can use. They can use it all over their body. And how long until people start seeing that? And I mean, I've been using it since you launched it, so I see this the tummy thing worked. Like, that's what I saw first. But how long do
Quickly.
people expect? Yeah.
I think you start to see the results within the first week. People were saying to me, okay, so people were saying to me, okay, the first time I used it, I saw the difference, right? So what does that mean? That means they put it on at night and the next morning they felt more radiant. I would say 3 mornings later, then you start to really see it within a couple of days. Why? It's full of microneedles. It's full of these spicules. These spicules are microneedles. It's going to exfoliate. It's going to renew. It's going to stimulate. It's going to strengthen. So you're uncovering and you're releasing all that old damaged skin, all of that marked up. You're just getting rid of it layer by layer by layer. And at the same time, you're building and bringing in this new, clean, fresh skin. So you're going to start to see these results. This is why this is so different. This is like getting a body treatment. Like, imagine getting a scrub every day and a laser treatment every day, right? So you're exfoliating and adjusting the pigment every single day. Do you not think you're going to start? But when you get those done professionally, they hurt, and you have to be
Yeah.
away from the sun, and they're and there's dryness and irritation. Here, there's no acids. There's nothing drying you out, making you irritated, making you sun sensitive. This is all mechanical, but it's mechanical without doing the work, which makes it even more brilliant.
And there's no fragrance to it, you guys. So that's the other thing to know. So if you've got your favorite fragrance, it's not going to fight with it. We haven't talked about that yet. So half off today, another 25% off. Spring's right around the corner. So that is now, they're actually, all the winter clothes are on sale. I mean, even though we're in the midst of winter, I'm in the mountains right now. So all the winter clothes are on sale. Summer's right around the corner. Spring's around the corner. Vacation's around the corner. Elizabeth says, thanks, Shop HQ, for the coupon. Carmen
Yes.
says, hi, Kathy Manuel. It's so great to see you both. We're so excited. Isomers back. Deborah says, oh, here's what it is. Here was her love potions: Matrixyl 4, the LX line, glutathione, copper P, spicules, to name just a few favorites. Just
Yeah.
big love letter. So this is spicules. We're going to stay still in that LX collection, and we're going to talk next about our overnight mask. Oh, and before we get there, I have a fun fact for you guys. I just want you guys to guess how many roses are bought per Valentine's Day. How many roses? And this is in the US, not even including Canada. You're never going to believe it.
300 million?
Oh, wait, did you Google it? It's 250 million.
No? Oh, okay. I was
250 million.
thinking your population and at least one rose per person.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, if you're lucky, you get a dozen roses, right? And it symbolizes, of course, love and passion. And so I wore my red rose shirt just for kicks and giggles. But I was so surprised. I don't know how many of you guys, I told John, do not buy me roses this year. I
No,
don't
I
want
do not
kisses.
want roses.
I don't want them. So what do you want?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't mind jewelry.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind jewelry.
Everybody likes
I
good
don't
jewelry.
I don't want roses because I think that on that day, buy me roses any other day. But on Valentine's
Yes.
Day, I find that it is like you're taking advantage of me. Like you're spending $200
Triple.
on a $20 item.
Yeah.
I like the other way around. I like spending $20 on a $200 item,
Yeah.
right? So
Ooh,
get me really good skincare. Get me a nice dinner. Let's have a nice
mhm,
dinner. Let's
yeah,
have something that I've always want, something that you've always wanted, something that you remember the person by. Yeah, I think that's really nice. Even just this nice, a special, I don't know, scent or something,
I
a
like that.
fragrance. Yeah.
And we always say that Valentine's dinner out on Valentine's Day is a nightmare. So John and
No.
I, every year we make a nice dinner at home,
Mhm.
fondue or we champagne, whatever it is. But yeah, that's what we're doing this year, you guys. I'm curious to see what you guys think about flowers, skincare, just maybe a spa day for yourself.
Yeah.
What do you guys want? So, like,
Definitely not sugar, not candy. Why? Oh, you get candy or sugar? Remember, that's glycation. That's aging you. That's cross linking your collagen. It's adding to the cellulite, to the bloating, to the decay of your collagen. So you really want to be careful about, especially as you get to a certain age. You can eat really good pastries or cakes all year long, right? So pick your spots. And I don't know. I don't think Valentine's the day to pick the spot because
yeah,
I think again, I'm just maybe I'm just too frugal in that sense, but I
practical.
just think it's
Yeah,
practical. Practical.
yeah.
Get me,
Uh,
I wouldn't mind a really nice 10 or 15 carat piece diamond bobolito over
oh,
there.
I've got my peace diamond necklace on. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll accept. Yes.
Yeah, I know, we love it. You
100%.
guys, Peace Diamonds, by the way, still part of that coupon. 25% off orders of $99 or more. So shop till you drop.
These
My
are the things I would
Sunscreen,
invest in.
oh, for
Yes, the
sure.
good skincare and the beautiful. Can you imagine doing spicules and then your skin looks amazing, and then that earring is just. Remember when they? I still remember. So this is behind the scenes, and they just brought in Peace Diamonds, and we're about to do a show, and I run into Kathy, and right away I look at her ears, and she's got these big potatoes, and I'm like, I want, and she's like right there, like yes, we and they're so beautiful. This
And
is
remember,
where
I
you spend
dragged
your
you
money.
over. I dragged
Yeah.
her over to look at these necklaces. I'm like, you've got to get
Beautiful.
this necklace. So we love it. This
They
was
sit beautifully, they are
yeah,
beautiful.
gorgeous.
This is that to me, this is so much more than the roses. And ounce for ounce, you're spending way less on the piece diamonds and over a period of time.
Yeah.
The value I believe is still there. And I'm a person I've had, the luxury of real diamonds is in the sense they're still real diamonds, but
Yeah.
mind versus
Yeah.
but when we think about fast fashion or the planet, then of course you're gonna go piece diamond.
Of course you are. Yeah.
That that's my
Speaking of
son's
diamonds,
engagement
yeah.
ring, by the
Oh,
way. They designed, my son Armand's engagement ring, the Peace Diamond people.
they did?
They
Oh my
did.
gosh, I had no idea.
They did a Montois ring. They did emerald cut and a pear cut side by side, and they
Oh,
created that look for my future daughter-in-law. Because see, this is what I believed in. I believed in that. So if you can, get our spicules, get our diamond, get the overnight hydration.
yeah, the overnight, you guys. So I'm in the mountains right now. I'm in Vale, and
Nice.
there's no snow, but we are gonna go. We gotta go up the mountain to find some snow. My son drove out to meet us, so it's great. But it is dry. There is nothing drier than Colorado. I'm telling you. So I've got my overnight mask with me right now. This overnight mask is the Diamond Peptide Overnight Hydrating Mask. Deep hydration, overnight hydration. This is usually $136. Today we took that price down to $69.99, already almost 50% off. And don't forget, you get a couple of these home and you are now 25% more off with Super 25. That's new. I thought it was gonna be 20, it's 25%. So get two of them for sure. And this is, again, part of a must do. When we start talking about seasonal skincare, this is a must do in dry weather. It's a must do in cold weather. So let's talk about this. But I think this one size right here, if people are using it, 3 months supply.
Yeah, it's a 3-month supply, and it's very, very good. And you have to think about the hydration. This is true hydration. This is not just coating your skin. Like while you're talking about the overnight hydration, I'm thinking of a camel. I see a camel, and I know that we all know that camels are in the desert, and they drink water, and their drums, their backs, they hold all this water, right? So I'm thinking. If someone just took the camel and threw a hose of water on them, just splashed them with water on the outside, they would not be able to be hydrated. They would be wet, but they would not be hydrated. Most of your skincare just does that, especially the oils. They just coat the outside. It's not really getting in, creating that big drink of water. This is the
So
difference
true.
with the overnight recovery. And I just want to point out That I love that, Elizabeth, candy and dark chocolate are not the same.
That's
Dark
true.
chocolate is chocolate. There's no candy in dark chocolate, and that is actually very good for you, the
Yeah.
dark chocolate. So
I mean, isn't it considered an antioxidant?
it's an antioxidant,
Yeah.
it's an anti-inflammatory. It helps a little bit with mood and depression. It's going to help with your hormones as well. So there's a lot of benefits. Now, again, moderation. Don't eat,
Yeah.
you know,
Don't eat the whole
45
box.
pounds.
Yeah. Carmen says this. Carmen says, we totally agree with you both. The prices of roses are outrageous. Tell your hubbies to treat you to Isomers for a lifetime of great skincare. I like that.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so you guys, we've talked a lot about this, but this is for all skin types. And again, there's no fragrance to it. Men can use this, women can use it. It is for everybody.
hmm And you know it's really good to also for pregnancy. If you're pregnant, if you've gained weight, if you've lost weight, if you want to work on stretch marks, if you want to make sure your skin is elastic, boost the elasticity of your skin, boost the contouring effect. How are you going to do this? You've got to stimulate the collagen. You got to get deep down into it. Remember what do spicules do? They're going to create exfoliation. They're going to create penetration. They're going to go deeper. It's going to create these little micro tears or micro channels within your skin, which is going to stimulate the collagen. A lot of these evasive treatments you do, like a microneedling in the office, create positive injury. This is like a positive way of helping your skin. So now you're going to get with the spicules, and then you're going to use that overnight recovery and you're going to get into your skin and be able to hydrate much better.
I mean,
I was getting so excited about both there.
yeah, I mean, it's all part of that LX collection. You can see that. So,
Yes.
and you guys, this again, when you're looking at $136 on a normal day, now we're taking 50% off. Then you're going to get another 25% off. Stock up, stock up, stock up. 3-year unopened shelf life. We love that. So, the other product that I do not want to miss out having time for is our Redensifying Growth Factor Serum. I don't think you have it there, do you?
No, I don't have it with me.
But the growth factor serum, you guys, remember we sold out of the bonus size, and now we've got the 30 mil, which is going to be, in this size. You can see it'll be in that size.
Mhm.
So this size in the Redensify Growth Factor Serum normally again is $66, now down to $39.99. That is going to be another 25% off. It's 5-star rated. So I'm going to put that up here so you guys can Redensify Growth Serum. There you go. Now it's up there. So you guys can just click on that link and read all about it. But we always call that for our sinkers and saggers, right?
Yes.
And that is our second step ever cleansing.
That is second step after cleansing. So what you want to do is you're going to cleanse your skin, then use the growth factor. And the growth factors are going to be like fertilizer for your skin. Helps refatten your skin, improves the skin lipid, really works on the elasticity. The stuffing inside your skin. You want the skin filling. This is something that has a volume filling technology, a neodermal technology, that cellular communication, which is really important. So that, when you get static and you can't really hear things properly, and you kind of need to like and the old radio systems you try to find your channel and you can't quite get into it. That's what
Mhm.
happens to ourselves as we get older. We get older, we start trying to zero in on a network or a station. It's like it moves in and out, it's not quite clear. What the growth factor does is it improves and it reestablishes those channels of communication, so you're exactly spot on. You're getting the information, you're getting the energy, you're getting the flow. Everything can start, you're getting the right guidance between the cells. Super important as your cells get older. So the Redensify is all about improving that cellular communication, making sure that information, the nutrition, the support, the rebuilding happens exactly where it needs to be in the right way without miscommunication. Because as you get older, it's like, what say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your,
you're like, what?
your
Huh?
skin's not quite getting it.
You're not quite getting it. And so you need to clean that up and it's not about making it louder. It's just about reestablishing those channels. So a lot of people say it's like a battery that's lost its energy and you want to reboot it. No, it's not that. It's about walkie-talkies that are not clear. Then all of a sudden you have a network that you can hear one another.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's not about making it stronger. It's about making the communication clearer and the guidance better. This is why a Redensify is so important. That's why when you start to sag and sink, the energy and the communication between cells has altered. And so it's skipping steps. And this makes it go back and follow the rules and follow the steps again. This is why you start to see your skin lift again, start to see your skin get firm again, because it's reestablishing that communication.
And when we talk about the Redensify collection in general, for people to understand it, it's sort of like that needleless filler too. So if
Yes.
you are sinking, or if you're saying, I've got these lines that are, I mean, this is going to be your plumping. If you look in the mirror and you do this, because I
Yeah,
do it all the time,
I do
then
it
you're like,
too. There's
yeah,
a little bit. I'm always being accused. Everybody's accused me all day long. Did you get a lift? Did you get half lift? What's your lift? I'm like, listen, I'm just using my product, but I do use the neodermal. I do use that technology, right? So I still can do this, but I'm not doing as much as I would have been doing if I
right.
hadn't been using this, right? So, this is all about filling in these areas. It's about smoothing out the skin. It's also about proportionality. You want it to be proportionate. You don't want extra here and don't want to look like
Yeah. I mean,
dust, and
yeah,
I
we've
don't want
talked about
things to
filler.
fall down here. I mean, I don't want to square off.
It does it get and that becomes more masculine for women for sure. I want to stay in the Redensify world, so I brought our Redensifying contouring cream with me. You should see my suitcase. It was like all isomers. It was so fun. Here, I'm going to put this up. So this is our we're staying in the Redensify world. So again, think about fillers. Think about, I've always wanted that look, right, a little bit more plumper. This is going to be that contouring cream. Normally $58, today $39.99, already a 30% savings plus 5-star, 5-star, 5-star across the board. It's your volume adder, right? This is going to be adding that volume. And we love this because my favorite.
Oh, you love the packaging. A lot of people
Yeah.
like that little
Oh
squirt and
my,
serve. You just push it and you can serve yourself. A lot of people also put their serums in the cream by using that as a little plate.
yeah.
You can also, it's nice, if you've got your hands are busy and you can just have it in front of you while you put your makeup on or while you get ready, you could just dab it in and do what you need to do. The beauty of our formulas, you don't need a lot of product. They're very hydrating. Our creams will moisturize. They will hydrate and moisturize your skin, but they also deliver ingredients that are working to firm, plump, make it juicier, make it buoyant, and really work on the contouring. Now, this is a contouring product. What does that mean? That means you're going to get a lift. You're going to be able to pull up, pull
Hmm.
back, smooth out, fill in. Don't just use it where you have your deep line or deep crease.
Yeah.
I need you to use it all over because this is your support to get this up, right? You want to go all the way to your hairline with this product because if you're just putting it here, it's only going to work here. You need it to work back here too to fill everything in.
Scaffolding, right? We talk about that. I
Scaffolding.
mean, that was such a visual. I've never forgotten it. And when people talk to me about skincare, they'll say, what is going to like hold my skin back up? I go, well, you need to build up that scaffolding again. And
100%.
that's your Redensify, right?
Yeah. Because your cells are going like this, your cells are changing, they're losing their shape. So you want to build them back up and they have to hold themselves and then the next one and the next one. And this is what we're doing. We're going down into that level, making sure this isn't flattened or crooked. We're straightening it out and getting it full, then the next layer, then the next layer. And this is how our products work. That's why we're redensifying from the inside. You've got that bouncy castle, it's been deflated.
Hmm.
Let's reinflate it. Let's fill it back up again. Now, we're not filling it back up again with air
No.
because we are people with skin. And so we have to refill it back up again with the right fats, the right amino acids, the right proteins, those things that we have to put back in. This is why we use the ingredients that we use because they signal and bring in different nutrients,
Yeah. If you're
different
look,
tools.
so if you're looking in the mirror, ladies, and you're saying, and you're doing one of these, like, I just need everything to be filled back in. This is the product for you. That's the
Mhm.
Redensifying serum. Then you get the Redensifying contour cream. We're getting a question from Elizabeth. She wants to know if we can use that Redensifying serum twice a day.
You can use it twice a day. Absolutely, you can use it twice a day. Um, I also believe that even with once a day, you're going to get like if you're really feeling deflated, Elizabeth, use it twice a day for 21 days, maybe for about 3 weeks. Then move to once a day. Why? Because I really believe, and I'm counter popular opinion in the industry, because in the industry, people want you to use a lot of product.
Yeah, they
They
want you
want
to
you to
buy it again.
buy, 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 buy. But when you think about your whole body and the metabol and how things work, you have to think of your skincare routine as your 24 hours a day, right? It's like saying, can I have 3 breakfasts? Sure, you can have 3 breakfasts, but it doesn't serve you any better than just having the one breakfast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like in the sense of the breakfast. So what we're doing here is you put it on once every 24 hours, and that's going to build up the ingredient in your skin and give you the release. This is not something that just sits on your skin and then just vanishes away. Remember, we're feeding it. You're getting the value in there. Just make sure you don't, and again, you don't need to put a lot on. But at the beginning, if you want to front load, go ahead, front load for about 3 weeks. You usually don't have to be more than 3 weeks. And then go to once a day.
So I've got a Valentine's question for you about Redensify.
Mm.
So if the Redensify collection could write a love letter, if this product was sitting down writing a love letter to the person who's going to be using it, what would that love letter say?
The Redensify would say, let me fill your heart and hold it up and embrace you with love and protect you all day long.
Oh my gosh, see, that's so, I mean, and it's so true. I mean, that's so true. And let me fill you up is exactly what it is, right? I mean, I
That's
think that's
right.
so great. Okay, so Carmen says she misses having you in the studio. Believe me, we all do. We love to hear from you, Manuela, about true skincare. Manuela, thank you for your depth analysis of all your products. Elizabeth says, Carmen, are you aware that she's on HSN? So we're aware. So I love that you guys are shopping here because we are
But
making
it's
sure.
very different. This is very
Oh,
personal.
this
This allows us to
community.
have a conversation. It's a community. This is where we're sitting down as girlfriends. Maybe we will have a coffee, we'll have a tea, we'll have a chit chat. This is where you come with your questions. This is could be our book club. This is our skincare club. This is like that kind of thing. That what we want to talk about. Yesterday we didn't get to. I was so wanting to trash the Grammys. It
Oh my gosh.
was-
So I did that. So we talked about Heidi Klum's dress and Miley Cyrus's look. On the way up here, we had a 4 hour drive from Denver up to Vail because there was bad traffic. It's usually 2 hours.
uh-huh.
And so I was literally pulling pictures up and showing them the dresses, and it was crazy. But I mean, it's true, you guys. Skin, the way that they were dressing reflected on what how their skin looked. I mean, Miley Cyrus, I love her music. I think she's super cool. But yeah, she's like little walking zombie-ish. So you got to have that glow, right?
You have to have the glow and you have to have health. I mean, when you're young, you can get away with a lot of stuff. When you get older, it starts to count and it doesn't really make sense. And health, nothing is a substitute for good health. And Isomers has always been about health first. We've always been health forward. Our science, our technology, our delivery system, we've never cut corners. We told you from day one, fragrance free, paraben free. Why? Because of your health. We have a right delivery system because of your health. That we respect the largest organ of your body. And we know you want to carry this largest organ of your body for as long as you're alive, right? So why
Yep.
not have it in the best shape possible without ripping you off, without manipulating the situation, without, like we're trying to give you direction from the laboratory and create this community. This is why what we're doing here on Shop HQ is very new and novel. Nobody else is doing this. Nobody else is sitting down talking to inventors and having this honest, it's a much smaller community. It takes a lot of energy and effort. So you know that we're doing this from love, from
Yep.
passion.
Oh,
Uh,
total place from the heart. Yep.
yeah,
You know what I think is interesting is because Manuel and I were both, and Manuela was on Shop HQ longer than I was, but from doing things on television, you guys, there's so many rules, and a lot of things is, I mean, to be quite frank, it's dollars per minute, right? They want
yeah,
us to sell to get onto the next sell because there's another show coming up. So
yeah.
all of you guys have watched us. We were exploding, trying not to like tell you all this stuff because we wanted to hurry and tell you guys what something would do and answer questions, but we couldn't because
Right,
we had to move on to the next thing. So
right.
this place for us, we've been exploding with information. We've been exploding with this. I mean, in a good way. What I'm talking about is we've been just overflowing with information, overflowing with wanting to connect with you guys. So I think this has just been amazing. And they would never have let us when we were on television talk about the things that we're talking about: love,
Never.
roses, our children with we want to hear from you guys, right? And we love your questions about where you are in your skincare journey. So Elizabeth is already saying, is it better to use Redensify morning or evening? Is it considered a repair or a correct
It,
product?
it's a filler. So it's a filler is a repair. So it's better to use it in the evening. I'm going to do a whole piece. I'm writing this article and I'm going to be doing a video. So follow us on social media
Yeah,
because you're going to see me on YouTube and on TikTok and whatnot. But it's going to be about the circadian rhythm. We used to talk about the circadian and the SPC formulations. So circadian rhythm is very real. There's things that you do in the daytime, there's things that you do at nighttime. This is our body clock. This is how it works, right? It's actually how the planet works too. This is the funny thing is that our days get shorter and longer and everything has a rhythm. So in skincare, the reality is your largest organ of your body in the daytime, it's more protect. So that's moisturize, protect, antioxidant. At night, it's repair, it's fix. So this is why we want the Redensify at nighttime, right?
yeah,
This is the best place. If you only had to choose one, that's where you choose it. If you use it in a day, it's not going to hurt you. But if you want to optimize, we're going to teach you how to optimize your skincare, how to group it,
yeah.
how to optimize it, how to get the most out of it.
Right. So, okay, this was a hot topic yesterday, Manuela, when you were not on. When is the sunscreen coming? They want an update.
Sunscreen is coming soon. I think it's another 2 to 3 months for the sunscreen to come out. I know you like our sunscreen, and I agree. We have very good sunscreen. We were very different than everybody else, and unfortunately, different doesn't always win.
Yeah.
Because again, so what happened in the industry? There's been a lot of regulatory shifts and whatnot, and so the sunscreen world, especially in North America, is kind of like a monopoly. You're only allowed to use certain ingredients and go through certain channels. And people, and I also used to believe they're doing this to protect us. They're doing this because this is the best ingredients with the best protocol and the best standards. Well, I had to be woken up. That was a dream. What it is basically a monopoly where people are profiting by limiting the sunscreen actives in a certain way and not looking at it. And so when you have countries like Asia, Asia's very good. They do very good sunscreens, but Asia plays a little bit, just a little bit with their SPF and their claims. So be careful.
Yep.
But their sunscreens are good and they're very skin friendly, but they're mostly more moisturizer than sunscreen. Then you have Europe, then you have Italy, you have France, and they don't consider sunscreens a drug. See, in North America, they're considered a drug, and therefore they have to go through the drug testing and the FDA. And you think, well, this, and but we know by vaccines and whatnot, well, we think about drugs, right? And how much do we believe what they tell us? Let's just put it there. But in Europe, they consider sunscreen cosmetic. Therefore, they have a litany of incredible SPF ingredients and allow it to be almost like I always think about. Like I always want to create the best sunscreen, which would be like the cloaking device in Star Trek. You know where they,
Yeah.
it's like an invisible shield, and so we want to be able to have the zinc oxide invisible. Like that would be like my ultimate sunscreen, and we're working on that, and it's more European. So long story short, because we're going more European, more better for your skin, better health, we're having challenges operating in a world that wants to call it a drug.
It's true. I mean, and just the testing alone is crazy
And
spendy,
it's
and
and
I mean, all this stuff.
it's
Yeah.
very spendy. So
Yeah.
just to start, you need $500,000 just to start with the testing. And the irony is these are all old ingredients that really you don't really need to you just mix the recipe, you should be able to do it because they're protecting this industry. They're creating barriers to entry. They don't want. And then when you buy a Italian brand or a French brand in North America, they have to reformulate it. They have to take out all the good European ingredients and only use the North American ingredients. So
Just to
we
send it to you.
really are
Yeah.
just to sell it. So
Yeah.
we've really been censored. I mean, truly with our sunscreen. So if you have the opportunity of you're outside of North America and you're in these other countries, pick up on their sunscreen because it will be a different experience. And I
Yeah.
and
For
I'm
sure.
saying that as a formulator. I'm being again, this is a community where we can talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, and I love this so much. So you guys, Manuela's on her vacation. We're not going to like spend like all day just asking her all sorts of questions. I want her to get out and enjoy that. So, Carmen says, we appreciate this one-on-one girl time. I can't wait for the new Isomer wonderful skincare. I mean, it's so good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the show a little earlier than normal because Manuel's on vacation and I'm gonna get out of the ski slopes, you guys. But
Yes, yes. And I'm not going to say break a leg. Don't break a leg.
no, no, don't say it. But I am going to remind everybody that 25% off. That's new. It was supposed to be 20%. They came in at the last second, and this is not the spiel. This is the truth. 25% off. Super 25 on orders of $99 or more. I would go crazy. Diamonds are that is including the diamonds. So fashions. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with a wake up in style from Vail, Colorado with Janae. She's going to be Skyping in like this. So it's going to be great. But I want to remind you guys, we started out with our spicule body cream, which is going to be that beautiful texture,
Give
gorgeous.
ourselves that European body, perky boobs. Like, can you imagine tightening up that skin all around the bust? And this is the trick. This is the thing that I want people to do the pencil test. See how if you can hold a pencil underneath
Yeah.
and then start using that for
Yep.
14 nights. You want to see the difference and how perky they are. Like, literally, you'll see a lift by using the spicules body on the bust line.
And then we've got the hydrating overnight. That's part of the LX line as well. So final thoughts on this?
Plump up your skin. This is going to give the drink, the hydration, plump. It's going to make your pores invisible. It's going to just make your skin nice, juicy, and bouncy.
And we had a redensifying serum and contouring cream.
Stuff it. This is going to be your
Stuff
filler.
it.
This is going to stuff it. This is going to contour and lift and really help tone. It's going to bring tone to your silhouette. Tone. You're going to nice
Love
and
it.
toned skin. I like toned skin. I
I
think
mean,
things that are toned look so good.
I could not agree more. I think this is amazing. So, you guys, in light of this being our Valentine's show, we want you to fall in love with your skin again. Yeah, big hearts. I want you to fall in love with your skin, and also, as always, be kind to one another. Spread the love. Oh, spread the love. It's Valentine's Day. So we love that. Oh, and Elizabeth says shop HQ. How long for the coupon? I know it's going till the end of the day today. So that's good. But Manuela, final thoughts for
Thank you for
you.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending time with me, Kathy. I love it. And I apologize again for yesterday, but today was super fun.
Super
And
fun.
happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And remember, good deeds, good words, good thoughts.
Mwah. I'll see you guys tomorrow
Mwah.
morning. Enjoy the sunshine. Take a walk in the sand. Hold hands.
We will. See you next
Bye
week.
bye.